All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So we have two pieces of breaking Jets news, both coming out this morning. One from early this morning, one from 10 minutes ago here. The first is from Connor Hughes, and he's reporting that the New York Jets are letting running back coach Taylor Embree go. Now, obviously, he was in charge of Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook, Michael Carter, Izzy Amendola last season, and objectively speaking, it was a pretty disappointing season from the running back group, from the running back position from top to bottom here. Now, of course, we would have a good game here or there, Breece Hall at the end of the season, but, again, from top to bottom, all season long, week in, week out, on a consistent basis, the running backs were pretty disappointing. Right now, of course, it's not just all on running backs, it's on the offensive line, it's the fact that defensive coordinators know that we can't throw the ball effectively. So, the offensive problems were all tied in to each other in one way or another. But I think we can safely say that a change at this spot could result in a positive move here, in other words. So that's the first bit of news. The Jets let Embree go. And then Josina Anderson reported 10 minutes ago that the Jets actually interviewed Duce Staley at their facility last night. And I did a whole video on Duce Staley, kind of just diving into my thoughts about him. But I mean, man, I would love this. I would love it if the Jets brought Duce Staley into the green and white to be the team's running back coach. I mean, two-time Super Bowl winner, one as a player, one as a coach. He's a former player, obviously. So he's former running back. So he's been in that locker room. He knows what it takes to get it done. He was a successful running back. I think you look at where Duce Staley's career has taken him. He's highly respected. The players love playing for him. He's been a consistent running back coach. I mean, started as a coach in 2013 with the Eagles, remained with that staff up until, I believe, 2020. I believe it was either 2020 or 2021. Ends up joining the Lions and Dan Campbell's staff in 2022. Obviously, last season was with the Panthers in 2023, and it's not just running back coach that he's held. He's held assistant head coaching titles before. That's the title that he's held the last 3 seasons, but in Carolina, Detroit, and then Philly previously. So, we're getting a leader here. We're getting somebody who's obviously somebody who knows the running back position, and specifically when we look at running back, and granted, this is before free agency, but we're going to have a young room here. Breece, Izzy, this room is going to be young. Again, we can maybe go out and sign a veteran running back. I don't feel like that would be, I guess I should say a veteran top end running back, kind of like the Dalvin Cook signing a year ago. I don't really feel like the Jets are going to go down that route again. So the point is, we need somebody to come in here and develop these guys. And it's extremely, extremely important that the Jets, if they've identified Duce Staley as the team's next running back coach, like this is the guy that we want, and there's interest there. Sorry about that, just got a call. But in any case, the Jets have got to get this done. If they've identified Duce Staley as the top target for running back coach and there's mutual interest there, you have to get this done. Think about this for a second. Think about how many teams need a head coach. Chargers, Seahawks, all these different teams, right? With those head coaching hirings comes a full offensive staff, and Duce Staley's out there. Think about how many teams out there need an offensive coordinator. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati now, right? What happens with New Orleans? That job is still wide open. What happens if Ben Johnson gets a job with, who knows, Washington? Now, all of a sudden, Detroit needs an offensive coordinator. Could Dan Campbell bring Duce Staley back? Potentially. So I think there's kind of this timer here because Duce Staley's going to get a job one way or another. He's not, there's already tons of interest from the Cleveland Browns. So, who I believe actually took, Cleveland met with Duce Staley first. So how is this thing going to play out? I would say right now, Duce Staley should, if I'm just guessing here, Duce Staley should have his choice between Cleveland and the Jets. I would assume both teams have offers probably out on the table, especially after the Jets just opened up the position, this morning. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something get done later on today or something like that. That would be incredible. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Jets.